Pressure mounts on Tinubu to sack Matawale as US insists on defense minister's removal before security collaboration. There is growing pressure on President Bola Tinubu to also remove Bello Matawale as Minister of State for Defense following the resignation of Alhaji Mohammed Badaru Abubakar as Minister of Defense. Some reporters learned that the United States requested the removal of both Badaru Abubakar and Matawale before it would engage in any collaboration with Nigeria on combating terrorism and banditry. There is pressure on Tinubu to remove Matawale as well. A top government source said, "We were told the US insisted that Badaru and Matawale be replaced before any cooperation with Nigeria could proceed." Oh really? That's good. Earlier on Monday evening, Sahara reporter reported that Badaru Abubakar resigned as Nigeria Defense Minister and is set to be replaced by former Chief of Defense Staff General Christopher Musa, according to top government sources. Musa met with President Bola Tinubu at the Aso Rock Presidential Villa in Abuja earlier on Monday. This marks his first public meeting with President since Tinubu retired him on October 24, 2025. Sources told our reporters that during the meeting, President Tinubu informed Musa that he would succeed Badaru as Defense Minister. They've even announced it already. In a letter dated December 1 sent to President Bola Tinubu, Abubakar said he was quitting on health grounds. Bayo Onanuga, special advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, said in a statement on Monday, President Tinubu has accepted the resignation and thanked Abubakar for his service to the nation, the statement said. President Tinubu will likely inform the Senate of Badaru's successor later this week. Badaru Abubakar, 63, was the two-term governor of Jigawa State from 2015 to 2023. He was appointed as minister on August 21, 2023 by President Tinubu. Recently, Nigeria was designated by the US as the country of particular concern over allegations of widespread Christian persecutions. In response, Nigeria dispatched a high-level delegation led by National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu to Washington, where both sides agreed to collaborate through joint mechanism to address insecurity and religious freedom concerns. The designation was based on claims of particularly severe violations of religious freedom, with US officials and advocacy groups alleging mass bans of Christians by extremist groups such as Boko Haram and ISWAP. Advocacy Coalition argued that Nigeria records more Christian deaths due to targeted violence than any other country combined, framing the situation as a form of genocide. It is not it is a genocide. It is what it is. That's the name. The move reignited tension as Nigeria has previously been placed on the CPC list in 2020 but removed in 2021. Nigerian officials, including President Bola Tinubu, rejected the genocide characterization, insisting it misrepresented Nigeria's reality. It did not misrepresent anything, no. That is our reality. Aloy Uche says the case of hunter becoming the unhunted and in-house forest must be deleted to ensure the preservation of the fishes. Chika says it's like they've traced him to have links with bandits. Before Uncle. Francis says, Wike go since say na AI post this news until he reach in turn. Leave am. Very soon it will get to him. As Ozibo says, the Total Minister said the army cannot bomb terrorists because they live in forest. They don't mind him. And bombs cannot penetrate forest. Can you imagine that kind of talk? That talk is enough to even sack him. Is enough. When people just they laugh like, what's this one saying? Don Booker says they think saying na politics as usual. At Pedro says, I suppose US has gotten an intel about the two ministers' involvement in security breach. It's possible, I don't know, but it's possible, sha. Chima says, and it can't look like Abacha. Hey, Laxmi says, when I read the statement that bandits are hiding in the forest and bombs cannot penetrate, how can bomb not penetrate the forest? What kind of talk is that? I knew he knows more about the whole thing. Thank God they will be exposed one by one. As Yakub says, wind blow, fire and shopen na so. Prince Macedon says, I love this move. Now to start catching them, now remain. Akenzi Ere says, when the bush is on fire, the chameleon must abandon the working style of his ancestor and run for his dear life. The pictures are becoming clearer. At least we are knowing our enemies one after the other. At Kamal says, will this be reason for the resignation of the senior minister, or is it a coincidence? They probably just don't want him to don't let us sack you. Just tender your resignation and just resign. And instead of having a bad record of, he was sacked. That was probably what they did, because he deserved to be sacked. Legacy Oloha says the man resigned to avoid shame. And Kasme says he's already packing up for his resignation. Zero Yadani says the tracing be that. Maybe, I don't know. It's actually Abacha younger brother be this, because he really looks like Abacha. Chair says he resigned, I be then sack him. John, but they probably don't want to tell us that he was sacked. Apollino says, when you want to do a clean job, you must exclude all who have the tendency to sabotage the process. Anakujo says, good, they don't catch him. Nice one. Must go, please, which room our VP enter? Then call for him. I say it looks like Sani Abacha. Maybe they are related, who knows? And he probably just changed his name so that people will not know that it's Abacha's younger brother. Isaac Francis says, simple question but nobody answered yet. Who ordered for the withdrawal of the army before the KB attack? And nobody has answered that question. No, nobody has answered the question. But what do you think? I don't know. Jorege says the diplomats have been able to figure him out as a big fish in this whole game. One person stylishly resigned. Don't be small. The hunters are now being hunted. Christopher says it is the rat in the house that tells the rat outside that the fish is in the cage. And so, Govt says, Chairman, they leak information. Na them. Dolly Ajibola says, I thought it's defense minister that resigned. Matawale is the state minister. Yes. Adeyemo says, comment is full of adages. Let me add one. He who casts coconut must be ready to drink his water. Very funny. Hey, Malam says, last now everybody go chop breakfast too. Adbafesto says, with Christopher Musa, bomb can now penetrate through the thick forest. Definitely. Adabe says, if defense minister can resign for health issues, the president can't, the president care. Does that one look like somebody that wants to resign? As Emmanuel says, he said bombs can't penetrate in the terrorist camp. Funny comments and suspects now 1 and 2. I'm telling you, he's a big suspect. So, my listeners, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.